We were talking about black men and women.
Okay, black men and women. Yeah, and all I said was, yeah, I
all that's on here is black people. Who else we talking about? Come on,
hey,
man.
the question, the prompt, I'm looking at what the prompt says.
But like I said, Stop it. You're a grown man. We black.
It ain't your turn to speak, man.
Hold on, let him ask his question.
Well,
it ain't your turn to speak, man.
You right. Ask your question.
All right.
You heard her. Listen.
I already answered my question. I already asked my question. So you can stop.
You got your answer.
The prompt doesn't specify black or white because we have all different type of people that
That's
come in
what
here.
I'm saying.
But the people on the phone that was talking about be okay.
Okay, but is it white people on here now? Latino people on here now? Asian people on here now? Come on. Why would black men? Why would black?
Okay, just get to the. All right. The question is over. Come on, let's not do that.
You right.
Is he done talking?
I'm not doing that.
To be honest,
I have a question about capability versus.
I think men qualify as leaders today because they are more physical and more smarter than a lot of majority of women.
Who the hell told you that?
More physical.
Say what now?
Is that even a thing?
Let him finish.
You mean AB?
How you gonna finish? You said smarter, King.
Women and men more.
I mean, y'all don't have to agree.
Well, men are.
Let him finish the sentence.
Men are more physically stronger and more smarter than women because it's like it's the proof in the pudding. But don't get me wrong, you do have outliers. Say what now?
Can you quantify that?
Listen. So for those in the chat,
wait, hold on. Can you?
Hold on, Grandpa.
Well,
if you had an IEP plan, do not come up on this panel.
How can you quantify that?
You can quantify it just by we could just sit up on this panel, right?
Yeah, you going straight to hell. I swear.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask him a question.
I'm dead ass serious.
He can't answer it.
Can y'all just give him a second though?
If you had less than if you only had 10 or less students in your class, do not request that.
Can y'all? Okay, we heard you. Can you let him answer the question?
Yeah, you can quantify it just by being up here on this panel, and you're going to see that the women are going to start saying a lot of things unintelligent, and you're going to hear half of the dudes say something unintelligent. Also, you're gonna hear the other half of dudes. See, it's gonna be 4 women talking, and they all are going to like say something that doesn't hold merit. You just watch, just wait and see. I am
like something like what you.
I am an oracle, huh?
Something like what you just did. So something like what you just did.
Yeah, you generalized.
No. All I'm saying is,
I asked you if you could quantify that. You know what quantify means?
No, I don't. What it means?
Okay, so never mind. We can move past that.
Can we get back to the first? Hold on. No. More smarter is my turn. Can we get back to somebody not being qualified but being capable? Or whatever. You said they're qualified, but they're not.
That don't even make sense. We're not going back to that.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
If you are qualified to do something, that means you are capable of doing it.
It was a man that.
Who gives the qualifications?
It was a man that said it.
Sir.
Exactly.
I'm praying that you're not married, don't have kids, or nothing.
That right there just quantified it.
What?
You don't even know what quantify means.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to know what man said that.
Just go ahead. Just drop me down. I would not. No, you won't group me with this one.
Quantum physics or something.
Oh, wait, could I help him a little bit? I do think a little bit about. I understand a little bit of what he's trying to say, even though I don't think.
No, you're not going nowhere, Kane. You about to sit right there and be in the midst of all of this men saying qualified and not capable. Is men are.
Okay, so
right.
But I want to help him just a little bit, if that's okay.
Means?
No, okay.
No, Grandpa, we moving past quantify.
What is quantify?
Grandpa.
She was saying
get
she
your
don't know.
dictionary out and
we're moving.
She was saying where she don't know and she blame me.
No, so this is where I want to help him at a little bit. Unpolished. One moment. So I think what he's saying is you can be qualified to do a thing and not know how to do it. For example, if I just come out of college, I'm qualified technically because I've done some training and I have a degree. I'm not actually taking the skills and the knowledge that I have and applied it in real life setting. So for example, let's say a man, he is a walking man. He knows how to get up could you put yourself on mute, baby? Lord have mercy. You at the zoo? Okay, so he gets up every day. He knows how to go to work. He knows how to earn $1. He's technically qualified, right, at making a coin. But if I asked him ways to invest that coin that he's had, he may not know how to do that thing or how to apply where to put that money to make it grow. So if a man is qualified to be, the way that I think about it, qualified to be a leader, he may have learned a thing in the workplace. He may have seen his father be a leader. He may have done a role or a job where he had to use leadership like skills, but he's not actually applied that to being over a woman, actually giving provision, providing, learning and understanding that he is responsible, has to be respectable, and all of the things that it takes to harness that and bring it to life. So I just wanted to help him a little bit because I think that's what he's trying to say. And the way that you quantify it,
No, go finish quantifying. Yeah.
the way that you quantify it is you do an assessment and inventory of the ways that oh my God, what is that? The way you quantify it is take a look at, I said all of that and my husband's snoring. Sorry, y'all. You take a look at an assessment of all of his behavior, his traits, his skill set, where he's applied it, what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. Take all of those things, you look at that, do an assessment, and then you determine and quantify from there. That would be the starting point. And then you look at the way that he is able to apply it, like in a relationship. And that's prior to marriage and post marriage. Because I think that leadership looks different before you make a woman your responsibility versus when you've decided that you're going to drop her last name and crack them eggs. So I just wanted to help a little bit.
Well,
Is
if we're
that
going by that,
quantifying,
if we're going by that metric, then women are better leaders.
Is that quantifying?
If we're going by that same metric, women are better
Was that
leaders.
quantifying?
We work. We have more emotional
Please
intelligence.
help
We
this
have
young
more.
man out and
We
tell
have
Was it
more
him
skills.
quantifying? Yes or no?
Sir,
Oh
please
my
hold on.
God.
We have more skills. We have more integrity,
She's
morals,
saying words that she didn't
traditions.
even know.
So again, women are better in that metric. So
In what
I
metric?
guess.
What numbers?
You didn't hear nothing.
If they better in that metric,
If you
what's the
couldn't
problem?
comprehend
No, well,
anything,
they only
if you
better in
couldn't
that metric
comprehend
when they're
anything we
dealing with
just said,
slower
just say
men.
that.
When they only better in
What?
that metric when they deal with slower men. You know what I'm saying?
Slower men like you?
No. Like people
Yes,
like
yes,
Man Murray.
yes.
Man Murray said that he don't care if his girl, if he give his money to the girl and she pay all the rent. That is crazy.
I ain't say that. I did not say
Yes,
that.
you did. And then
Nigga,
on
you
top
just,
of that,
you just said a whole. I
and
said
then she.
He didn't comprehend anything we said.
I didn't say
Yes, I
that.
did.
I never
No,
said
you
that she
didn't.
pay the rent, nigga. That she pay the
Bro,
rent.
why would you give your money? Why would you give your money to your girl to
I
pay the
didn't say
rent?
that.
You could just
You
use
didn't.
it.
You can't comprehend anything, sir.
The same
like,
reason
why
you
would
have
you
a
do that?
joint.
That's
No,
extra step.
the same reason you have a joint bank account for your bills as a married couple. What are we talking about?
Why the fuck?
Exactly.
Why would you have a joint bank account, bro?
Why not?
Bro,
That's
look,
your
bro,
wife.
when you
Oh
got,
my
let me help you
God.
out, fellas. When you have a joint bank account with your girl, bro, you're basically having her to monitor your funds, bro.
Yo,
All right,
somebody
Kevin
snoring.
Samuels. All right, Kevin Samuels. That's
Why?
Her husband's snoring.
If it's your wife, and you love that woman, and y'all a family,
No, dude.
put everything together until you see otherwise, until she start wasting it and messing up the money, then you have to step in as the leader of the whole. That's just a responsibility he giving his woman.
Well,
That don't
I
mean
just
he
feel
not
like the
leading
woman,
that
the
way.
woman is, they
He
fail
giving her that
time, though.
responsibility. Baby, you take care of the money and the bills. I'm working, and I'm gonna take care of
Women
anything
fail
else
that.
outside of this house.
But
Just like he don't, I'm
women.
pretty sure
That's a
he's
risk.
not making his wife go
Today.
get her oil changed in her car, and he's probably taking care of that, filling it up for her, keeping the car clean, doing other stuff that men do. She not cutting the grass. She probably not taking out the garbage. He doing all that other stuff that he's supposed to do. He's saying, "Well, babe, you take care of
What
the
is she
bills."
supposed to do?
Men
better
don't
than
cut.
supposed to do.
Men don't cut grass on
clean?
average anymore. I'm
What
sorry.
is
to
she
tell you.
supposed to do, y'all?
I cut
Men
my
don't.
house.
They don't
I
cut
my
grass
yard.
on
I cut my
average.
yard
What
all the
is
time.
she
I cut
supposed
my
to do,
yard,
y'all?
I
Forget
got
about
prune the
that.
trees,
Most
I
don't
do
own
all of
homes
that.
nowadays.
Yeah. Women own
Y'all
more
always
homes
talk about
actually,
dudes
so they're the
supposed to
ones
do
cutting
that.
Whatever she
grass.
Well,
What is
that's
a
okay.
woman
That's
supposed to do?
that's because women are mostly left with the kids, so they just get a bigger space. And women are the most educated. Black women are the
Left
most
with the
educated in
kids is
America
crazy.
now, anyway. And education is not intelligence.
I
But
agree,
let me
bro.
tell-
Education is
Okay, but
somewhat
you're
of an
rambling now.
equivalent to it. So you
Yes,
can't say
it
men are
is. It is.
smarter than women.
Yeah,
So
I'm not saying that.
that's
I
a
would never
lie.
say
Men
that.
are
I
smarter
would
than women.
never
No,
say
no,
that.
sir.
Yeah,
You
men
didn't
are
even know what
That's not true.
smartify means.
That's
So
not
we're
true.
not gonna have this
Ma'am,
conversation.
Why
ma'am,
would you not have a joint
ma'am,
bank
there
account
are
with your
more
bills
male
with your
inventions than
wife?
women's.
Now,
What?
men are more
Oh,
practical.
I just
We are more
quantified right
practical.
there.
Well, women make
and this
and
is
Anyway,
It's something wrong with you
and the
guys.
women
Women do
either.
not do. Oh,
I'm
y'all gotta
losing.
A
I'm
stop
woman
that,
actually
made
bro.
losing brain
a woman
cells.
made
I'm
everything
losing the
better
brain
than
cells
the
too.
Women
women.
There,
made a few things,
unaliving.
but
Like
men made majority. Let's just
actively.
stop the funk.
That's
Women
Yes,
Y'all
have
not
that
so
filled
phone
in the
runs
leadership
because of a
role.
chip that was invented
So,
by a black woman. You don't
oh
know
my
what you're talking
goodness.
about.
exactly.
That makes no sense. And no
They
shade,
Yeah.
but
out
it's
of a
clear
million
you've never
inventions,
come
they
in
made
contact with
20.
a
Damn.
valuable and worthy woman. You speaking from the perspective of a man who be on back pages.
Cause
Like
I'm
it
a
just makes
man,
no
y'all.
sense.
You keep wanting me to think like
women
you for
have
some
filled in the
reason.
leadership roles in the household
Well,
now. So y'all can't
your
say
mom
y'all sole
invented you, so
leaders
See,
in the household.
see,
You're leading your families. You're not. The women participate in that actively.
exactly,
Participate.
they play their role.
exactly.
We know. It's a team thing. But
No, women are
who's the
leaders.
captain of the team?
That's
The
just what that
man.
is.
The
Man, I
man
Yeah.
is
just
the
want to say
captain.
I appreciate you coming up here and saying what I have been saying for forever and a day, because that is what most men live in. They are not honest with themselves out loud on these panels. Most homes operate in dual
Hmm.
leadership. And it is
It
crazy that
does.
they don't say that.
It does.
An
No,
It
effective,
mine
does.
doesn't.
successful, and productive house operates with trust. And a way for you to trust is to
Well,
exist in dual leadership. Like they're
yeah.
just
Well,
creating
Oh
these.
no, they wildin'.
Thank you, man. I
What it
well,
appreciate you
is,
saying that.
what it is, Foodie, what you
well.
just said.
When something
These
happened to
niggas
you,
don't. These
then
niggas don't handle enough
your
money.
house is gonna crumble.
That's why rich
Say it.
people.
Man,
That
Murray
part.
gonna
That's
be
why.
okay because if
That's
something
why
happens
rich
to him,
people have
his wife is
accountants.
able to
He's saying like, oh,
take
you
care
gonna
of
make the
everything.
money. He's saying like, you gonna make the money and give it to your wife to pay the bills. Like,
Yeah, you
nigga,
said that.
because you know how much other stuff I'm taking care of.
Exactly.
Like, if you had enough money, if you make
Bro, you've
enough
been
money,
doing that before
people
you met your
listen.
girl, bro.
If you make enough money, people gonna advise you to get an accountant, right? So they can handle your finances, like for your taxes and all this other shit you got to do. That don't mean you got
Exactly.
Man,
that don't make
Murray,
you like a
stop
dumb
pitying
person or
women,
a weaker
bro.
person.
He
That's
don't know
not
what a
what.
financial
That's not
Stop
advisor
feeling
feeding
is.
sorry
into
for
women,
women.
nigga. If
Hey,
that's
bro,
her
he don't know what
strength,
a
if that's
financial
her
advisor
strength in
is.
that area, why wouldn't I allow her to do that?
Yeah, my wife can pay all my bills after I give her the
She's
money.
not paying the bills, bro. You paying the
No,
bills.
even if she
Bills.
I'm
is,
gonna hand her over the
as
money,
a
man.
wife,
I'm gonna
first
make her
off, this
feel
is again,
important.
no, that doesn't make any sense.
It's
As
not
a
making
wife,
her
you're not
feel
listening to
important.
what he's saying. As a wife, everything my husband has is mine and everything he has is his, even down to our resources and skills. My husband
Yeah.
probably don't even know his PIN number. Like that's literally, I handle all of the administrative tasks for our household.
Wow.
All of them.
Exactly.
Everything from managing the way the bills come in, the way that resources and everything is paid. That doesn't make any sense. That is
Why
literally
do
how
y'all
we
complicate
maintain
things?
success. Like, come
This
on.
Oh,
why
I'm
do
not.
y'all
What's
how your
complicated
man don't know
about?
his own PIN
That's
number?
dumb.
And you get with a woman and you ask for a helpmate. What you want to do? Sit pretty in your face? We could do that too.
Exactly.
What you
That's
like?
no
What kind of?
problem.
And
That's
then
no
it's
problem.
based
It's
on what
just
kind of
the
woman
way
you
y'all
choosing.
get
You
help
choosing
is
a
the
you
complicated
not
way.
choosing her for nothing else. Just that
Y'all choose the
she
hardest
look
way
good.
possible.
That's not the hardest way possible. You just don't know
I'm gonna give
math.
my girl my money so she can
That's
pay my
not
rent.
the hardest
Pay
way.
her
You just
rent.
don't know
What the
math and
fuck?
finances, sir. Just say that.
No,
Just
what
say
I'm
that. Just
saying
say
is
that
So
your
the
last class was
problem is,
algebra.
you
Just
guys
say
make
that.
unnecessary
Just say
steps.
that.
That's all I'm saying. You make unnecessary steps and think it's the proper steps.
You have to go on mute. Nothing you're saying is profound. Go ahead.
okay, so
That's not
the
an
issue here
unnecessary
is
step. Oh, sorry.
the issue here is that you're thinking that somebody went and paid a check, and because this nigga don't got a bank account, because that's probably the life you're living, you had to get cash out of an ATM, and you handed that cash to a woman who then had to go pay this rent. No, that is not the situation. When you are married, because I'm not even talking about boyfriend and girlfriend, when you are married, most married people have a joint account. If anything else, just for bills. So the woman is doing the budget. She knows how much the expenses are. She knows what the total income is.
Exactly.
They know when you can go on vacation, how money can spend. Do y'all have a little extra to go out? She is handling all that. So he's not handing her physical money and saying, hey, take the money that I'm giving you and go pay the rent. No, that is just something that they fall into because she has access to those accounts. And as he's working and doing whatever it is he's doing, she's making sure bills are getting paid on time. It's
Yes,
that
and that's
Sounds
simple.
like
how
she
a
think her
household is
husband
run.
is not able. That's what it sounds like to
No,
me.
that's not.
It sounds like
That's,
she think he's
Oh
immune.
he
God.
was taking care. Man, you got to come on, man. You is not that slow. What you
I'm
say?
not.
Come
It's
on,
just
Kane.
you said I sound
Kane,
foolish.
come on, man. Say
You
something.
trolling?
No, I'm
Come on,
not
Kane.
trolling
Say
at
something,
all.
man. You
It's just
gotta
I sound
be.
foolish. Because y'all basically
Kane,
just
say
saying
something.
y'all need y'all girl to monitor y'all own bread when y'all can't do it yourselves.
What you
like
say?
y'all
No,
What you
it's
say about an
not.
IEP?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Nobody
No,
ain't
it's
got to
not.
troll y'all
Imagine
ass
being
at
in a
all.
relationship with somebody and not trusting them enough. And first of all, stop
Bro,
saying my
why do
girl.
y'all need
One,
a
we're
joint
grown
bank
women.
account?
We're talking about grown women and grown men. Stop talking about my girl. We're talking about a person. You are in a committed relationship. You've chose a woman. You do the choosing. Remember that. Y'all are the ones who asked
Exactly.
you. You do the choosing. So you chose a
Right.
woman who you can't say, baby, these here, take this and put this here, or do this, and you can't delegate. You don't have that much trust and partnership in your life. That's crazy.
We
He
can
doesn't have a
discuss, but
woman.
why do we need
There's
to
no woman at
go
home. He's
into
not
commercial
married.
means though, y'all?
He doesn't
We can
have a woman.
discuss. Why do we need to go into
Of course,
commercial
he doesn't
means? You
understand
don't
these
gotta
type of
watch my money,
dynamics.
and I ain't gotta watch your money.
You don't
I
have a woman,
trust
sir.
you.
You don't
Yeah,
have
you're
to
not,
watch
Right
you're
anyone.
not choosing.
by
You're not.
us.
Everything
Correct?
Papa
No
makes
one's
clear.
there.
Can I
Everything
ask you a
you have,
question?
it's a shared
Man,
joint
y'all got joint
everything.
bank accounts. Go ahead, y'all.
Who? You
He
can have an
doesn't. He
account
doesn't
that's
know
yours
anything.
exclusively, but if you're in a house together, why wouldn't we join our money? Why? So what are you talking? You ask. So if you don't have
Through
gas, now it
discussion.
makes sense.
Through a
You ask that one with the
discussion.
cash
Not doing a
apps.
commercial means,
Sir, no
y'all.
one's at home, so you don't have to worry about this.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Listen,
Yeah, it's
all I'm saying is you don't need a bank account where you can just discuss your bills amongst one another.
well,
That's all I'm
you
saying.
can have that
But
dynamic
since y'all
when you
don't
actually
trust
get
each
a
other
woman
that
in your
much,
life. Okay.
since you don't
Until
trust each other
then,
that
you don't have
much,
to
you
tell
need a
people what
joint
they
bank
should
account.
do when they're
And
married.
since you lack
Okay.
communication, you need a joint bank
That's
account.
not necessary at all. Nobody cares
Or we
about what
could
you
make
think people
things
should do.
easier on ourselves, pool all of our money into one account and invest from there, pay bills from there. If he likes to have a separate spending account, if he wants me to
What
have a
about a
separate
high
spending
yield
If
account,
you guys are
savings
we're more than
account?
uncomfortable
welcome to
with
do that.
communicating your bills every
We're
month, then that
communicating
is not,
either
you guys are
way.
not meant for each
Y'all
other.
just gotta ignore him. He
He
can't
gotta be
No, it's
comprehend this
trolling.
called
type of
logic, bro.
conversation.
He was
It's
raised
No,
called
it's
different.
He
logic.
called
literally
trolling.
can't comprehend this. He doesn't have anyone at home. He doesn't
It's trolling
understand.
and rage baiting.
See, whenever
Yeah.
somebody starts to outthink y'all, bro, y'all
So,
always see somebody trolling, bro. It's not trolling, bro. All I'm
anybody else?
saying is you
Hold
don't
on.
need a
There's new
joint bank
panelists.
account
Barry, you want to answer the problem?
just to make sure
He was just
you
Yeah,
paying
hold
your
he just
bills.
raised
What the fuck,
different.
Hold on.
He just raised different. He don't know no better.
bro? Your girl watch your money, bro.
My girl don't watch my money.
Sir,
See,
answer the
So
problem.
I
so
come.
so so
I
why the
just
joint
said
bank
ignore
account,
him. You
sir?
got to answer the problem. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I come from an era where men always worked 2 jobs if need be, and the woman take care of the household. Me, that's how it is for me. Me and my kid's mother, we're not married. We've been together for 15, 16 years. No, she doesn't manage my money. But when it comes to bills, she tells me what the bill number is for every bill in the house for that month. And I provide that to her. And she takes care of it.
And you're not together.
Yes, we are together, dumbass.
Okay.
Did you not just hear me say that?
So
We've been together
you
for
gotta
over 15 years.
So you gotta tell your girl gotta tell you what bill number. You slow, nigga. You slow,
Because
bro.
she take care of the
You do
bills
not
that
listen to
do.
what he's
You not
saying. You're not.
you gotta listen
Bro,
to
y'all
what I'm
trying to have
saying,
y'all
bro.
girls involved and make her feel like she's special.
It's,
Some
Oh
shit.
my
listen,
God.
I think
What?
you missed
Do y'all
out.
think she's left out or something?
If you take the
How
time
many
out
times
and
I got to
just
tell y'all to
listen.
stop entertaining him? I mean, I
Okay,
don't know.
but he just
The
got to take the
conversation
time
won't
out
be
and listen.
productive
So
at
I'll
all.
repeat
I'm
myself
listening.
again.
I'm
No,
listening.
you don't have to repeat
I come from an era
Just don't answer
where
him.
a man works and the woman stays at home. No, I don't know what the bills
Use a
are.
mule, bro.
No, I don't know what the bills are in the home. But
So now you don't know your own bills. Wow.
because
you wait for
that's
him to
why I
land.
have my partner to tell me
pathetic,
what the
man.
bills are. So if she
Okay,
tells me,
that's
Do you know how to
babe,
read or write, bro?
That's perfect.
hey, when she tells me, hey, babe, well, the light bill this month is $285, or the water bill this month is $317, or the car insurance this month is $227. Whatever the total is for whatever the amount of bills is for that month, I provide that money to her and she takes care of it. We've been together for 15 going on 16 years and no, we're not married.
Why not?
She don't manage my money, but when it becomes a time, one of the ladies just mentioned about joint bank accounts and wanting to go on family trips. She does all of that. While I work and in school, she takes care of everything that needs to be done at home. So when she says, oh, well, this month we're going to put away $500 because in August we're going to take a family trip for the next 4 to 5 days. I make sure I put in the time at work to make sure I have that
Everybody
money
want to know why
to
y'all
go.
not married.
It for us, it just something we don't want to do.
Okay, go ahead, Grand.
Are the men today qualified to be leaders?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
If they come
I
from the
think
right, if they come from a right set of parents, they
He
are.
already answered the prompt. It's his turn.
are men today qualified to be leaders? I believe so. But then brothers like, I ain't gonna say no names, they show me that they are educated, or they make foolish, thoughts, or got foolish ideology that shows me different. So, and that's not all men. But if the blind wants to lead the blind, then let the blind lead the blind, because a blind man most likely got a blind woman. So, but are men today qualified? Yes. And does my lady handle the finances? Yes. I'm not technological savvy. Yes, she has a college degree. Yes, she gets her own money on.
Technology.
Yes, but when it comes to paying bills and stuff like that, I'm busy. I'm a master plumber. I have 4 employees. So when it's time to get my shop paid or whatever, she goes on the books and she sits there and sends this here. I'm in the class right now. I just finished the day on radon mitigation. Yes, I just took a class on that. And yes, I got to go put in a gas water heater today. I'm busy. I can run in 4 employees. I have Pazer. I have an accountant also. I'm busy as hell. She works from home. She has 4 monitors in front of her. She's been working in the medical field for 18 years. Is she highly educated? Yes. Is the working on computers better for her? Yes. Do we share responsibilities? Yes. That doesn't make you less of this or more of that, because we share responsibilities. Yes. When it's time to get the car, yes. When it's time to do this, yes. When it's time to cook, I cook too. She cooks also.
Are you the leader, sir?
Yes, I am.
How, when y'all both got dual leadership, from what you've been
No.
expressing?
Responsibilities and leadership is different. When I sit there and I say,
How
where
so,
you
sir?
going?
That's the most
When I sit there and I say, hey baby, where you going at like that? She like, what you mean? Hey, put some tennis shoes on. Why I gotta put tennis shoes? I'm just running up the street. Now, if that car catch a flat, then you gonna be calling me, or I call AAA. Nah, put some tennis shoes on, baby. You never know what's going to happen.
It still is dual leadership.
It's when you sitting there, your communication shows leadership.
It's dual leadership and dual responsibility.
Paying all the bills don't make you a leader. Having a penis don't make you a man.
That's what we're saying. It's the men and women leading nowadays.
Yes, it does, sir.
So having a penis does not make you a man.
Yes, it does, sir.
That makes you a male.
And which is what? A man, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
See, that go to foolishness.
I'm not a man. Okay, we get it. But all I'm saying, sir, is this. Do you and your wife have a joint account?
Yes.
That's what married people
We have a joint account because I want her to treat herself nice. When she don't even get her nails done. She paint her.
So it's not made for bills.
The problem is a lot of you niggas want to be in a relationship and you don't even understand how to structure your finance to alleviate stress, to alleviate friction and whatever. You can make it easy, have a joint account, have automatic deposits go into her personal banking account for whatever she want to do, have your automatic deposit or withdrawals from that same joint account going into your personal bank account.
Correct.
And the bills will be taken care of. Like y'all talking about communication when like you can just have a seamless automated process put in place to make this shit a lot easier. And then you don't have to worry about, ain't nobody watching money. Like, what are we talking about?
You guys are watching money. You guys are.
Polish, it seems like
it depends on which woman you choose. Because my woman
just pocket watching like
that don't mean
always.
she can touch it.
Mr. Grind, are you married?
No, I get married in September.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Thank you.
I was finna fuss a little bit, friend, but I'm gonna be quiet now, y'all. I was finna fuss. Because I was
we got a blended
you
family.
the third well-rounded black man and come up here and say something smart, but y'all ain't marrying these women. And I'm finna get hot about my collar. Like, I don't understand why we not.
Why do men need to go through a commercial process to love their woman?
We have a blended family.
What is it?
Why do men need to go through a commercial process to marry their women?
What is a commercial process?
Marrying, oh my God. Having a marriage, that is a commercial process. Why do that need to
No, it's not a commercial process. You know what's
It
commercial?
is a
Laying up
commercial
and shacking up
process.
and building a life with somebody that that you're not actually invested in. Being married is an investment. It is essentially a business. It ties you, your wife, and your children together in a way. And I could go from a spiritual perspective, but even from just like a
Why is
legal
marriage a
perspective.
business?
What?
Why is marriage a business? Do you think
Because
so? Is love a business? Is love a business?
love is not a business, but marriage is. Marriage is not just consisted of love. Marriage is, it has many factors and components. Love is not enough. Love feels good, but it's not enough, and it's not what sustains you. It doesn't make marriage successful.
So even without the marriage, you don't think it's still a mixture of business?
It can be, but it doesn't create a nuclear family, in my opinion. And I
How
think
does
that's
it
why
not create a nuclear family when it's already in place?
No, because you're not 100% anchored to that. Now, again, these are my beliefs. Not everybody believes in marriage the way that I do. So don't come for me, y'all, saying if this not your belief, I understand that. But the way, as for me and mine, we believe in the traditional nuclear structure of a man finding his wife, whether he had children before or after. He learned from his mistakes, and now he is going to align himself with a woman, and they're going to build and create a covenant for him and those babies. You're going to give them something to anchor themselves to. Everybody going to have daddy's name. That's it, and that's all. And from there, we're going to build, and all of the pillars under that, whether it is sexual, whether it is financial, whether it is spiritual, whether it is community, how our families are going to operate, the way that we build our life, the way that we build out this business. That is all done under the union of us being tethered to daddy. And we've gotten away from that. We are too comfortable with just shacking up because for some reason we've convinced ourselves that it's easier and it's less stressful if we have a baby with a person, but we don't marry them first. That is so backwards.
Like they say, it's cheaper.
We won't put our babies under the covenant. And I know a lot of people don't, but
So would the children still have the father's last name even without marriage?
No.
In my opinion, no. And a lot of women today don't give their children's. If you don't want to marry that woman, why should she? Because again, no shade. If you don't marry her, then you give her control. Them's are the rules, and it's the rules in the United States.
If you don't marry her, you give her control.
You do, and it's unfortunate, but that's the law. That is the law.
No, that's the law. Yeah, no, that's
if
not
you're
true.
not married to her, she don't have
If
to.
you're married to her, you give her control.
No, listen.
You
so
guys
you're
are
not
actually manipulating this.
Okay, here we go. It's
okay.
Yo, just do
whatever control when you get married through a commercial process.
Damn.
Hey, can I have my minute, please? So what you're failing to realize is that we're talking about when you have kids involved. We're not talking about just being husband and wife, no kids involved. When you have a child, if you are not married to that woman, she has control of your seed. She has control of the name that seed has. She has control of how to operate unless you want to. If she's a grimy woman, she can not name that baby after you. She can go through the court systems to move that baby in a state away from you if she has enough evidence to show that this move is evident enough, making it harder for you to see that child. Should y'all get into it, she can force the courts to take your visitation rights away and put you on child support and all of these things. If you are married and have a kid, the child gets your last name. Like these aren't conversations. So you are more in control of what happens with your child when y'all are married than when y'all are apart. Secondly, in a lot of states, you don't even have control over what happens to that woman. Like if she goes into the hospital and y'all are not married and most people don't even know about power of attorney and all of that, you can't say anything about any decision that they make or her family makes about what happens if things go left in the hospital because you are not her husband. Her family and she has all the control over everything. Until y'all are married, they do not see you as anybody that has a say in any part of what happens to her or that kid.
Chad, don't listen to that. You don't have to be married for your kids to have a last name. The father just needs to be.
That's not what I said. I didn't say. Go ahead, put it. No,
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure it was my. Okay, so I just wanted to say the ladies really quick. If you and not just to the men, marriage is essential, and I don't think that we should allow these men to convince us that. Oh, hold on 1 second, Shannon. Can you give me my minute in a second? Sorry, my baby needs me. Sorry.
I didn't say that she couldn't because I got my father's last name and my parents weren't married. But if she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. When you're married, they automatically give that child the father's last name because you're husband and wife and you have taken his last name. So that is the last name that will be given to the child. It's not even a conversation.
Silva,
but you're not married, so you wouldn't know.
Silva, you can answer the problem.
Sorry, I was trying to find my mute button. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Are the men today qualified to be leaders? I would say being born a man today, yesterday, 1,000 years ago, simply being born a man does not qualify you to be a leader. There are people who are actual leaders that go to leadership seminars and classes. They learn about the responsibilities of being a leader and also how to lead. Simply being born with a phallus does not make you qualified to be a leader. I don't care what decade, era, or generation you come from. The only reason men are in charge of the world is because they are the most violent. And they have used violence and infused it into the culture, codified it into the laws, and created whole entire patriarchal religions that made them women's superiors to enforce it. But if they were truly leaders, people would just follow them and they wouldn't have to use psychological, warfare, spiritual warfare against us all, to follow them. Also, even amongst men, the vast majority of men are following other men that they perceive to be superior to them. That's why we have a wealthy 1% that is still headed by men. And most of y'all will submit to them because that is, for whatever reason, your culture or your nature. I'm not sure. I land.
That is true.
I just say things are true whenever time you guys hear women's opinions, bro. Like,
no,
you're not even that
be honest
intelligent.
with you,
Please
brother,
mute up and tap
to
the
be
screen
honest with
because
you, brother,
you don't even know a lot of stuff.
it's a difference between a alpha.
no, you guys just can't
and a
handle it when it comes to a
non-alpha.
normal speaking.
You
black
said
man.
smarter.
Bro.
Please.
That's the real problem.
Listen, bro. If you
Y'all
can
got
go
issues
through my
with
pictures,
yourself.
you can go through my pictures. I put some more.
Voodies, I think I'm
When
with you.
people
He
see
is
me,
annoying.
they move. When people see me, they move out my way,
When
bro.
I move, you move
People
just
follow
like
me.
that.
People follow me. You know what I
Wait,
mean? I
pretty.
don't be wanting people
Real
to
quick.
follow me.
Pretty.
But you have
I
dual
think.
leadership, though.
I think Shani doesn't. She was on an equal panel, so you can drop me and wait for.
Well, you can drop me because I've been up here, analytics. Y'all can drop me.
You sure?
Y'all can sit right there because Shani's not here.
Men are also
She-
Men are also egotistical and smexist, and that's why they can't fathom a woman being a leader. That's why women were subjugated. Could I answer the prompt? And real quick, why are there two so pretties? Is it my phone or is it me, y'all?
Foodies, I'm gonna swap you out.
I only see one.
Oh no, I promise you, on my screen it says two so pretties. I'm not lying.
Oh my God.
Anyways, grandpa. But anyways, let me go back to the prompt.
He's not smart, B-Man. It's okay.
Okay.
You see how they just casually just diss dudes?
All right, let me see. Are the men?
I didn't diss dudes. I dissed you.
Are the men today qualified
People
to
seeing
be?
me move because you look dirty, nigga.
I'm gonna wait.
Shout out to Foodies, y'all. Make sure y'all follow her. She be having dope prompts as well.
All right. Are the men today qualified to be leaders? No, not all of them. I wouldn't say offer it that they're qualified to be leaders. Just speaking, since we're speaking on the Black community, I know a lot of men that are great leaders, but just offer it, I would just say not all the men. I don't know if I would even say the majority. You know, to be a leader, it takes certain skill levels, personally, communication, everything all around the board, a good listener, somebody that has a program for himself and that's following his program. I know everybody claims to have a program, but we're talking about something that like you're actually building, having a game plan like that. So I wouldn't really say that all men are qualified, but there are men that are but I don't think it is the majority of you guys.
Can I ask a question? Ladies, on a basic level, foundational level, what makes, because I know overall it's going to be a different answer, but what makes a man qualified to you?
Okay, so what makes a person a leader, whether they are a man or a woman, would not change. I think Angela Davis is an amazing, phenomenal leader. If there's a man that has these
Because she
same
learned from a
qualities,
guy.
no. If there is
Yes,
a
that is true.
nigga, stop talking over me. Fuck wrong with you. Anyway, if there was a man that had these same qualities, I would also call him a leader. The vast majority of you, your first teacher was your mom. She was your first leader, including any men that were teachers of women that I also find to be phenomenal leaders. So instead of asking what would it take for you to see a man to be your leader, I don't think any man walking this earth will be my leader, because I don't worship phallus. I don't worship peens. I don't believe in a male god. I don't believe, like, you are a human. You came out of a woman. The creator does not submit to
You
the
have a
creation.
husband, though.
Shut up. So with that being said, just be a leader, work on being a leader, have the best interests of your community at heart, not just trying to run a woman and some children and be an authoritarian over them, but actually be a leader in the community. And I will listen to what you have to say, and I will treat you with respect. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing the work to be a leader, which means that you're putting the needs of others ahead of yourself. And you have a mission and goal that others think will benefit the community that they want to get under.
I just want to know, how can we speak that she doesn't have leaders and she has a husband?
My husband ain't my leader.
And then
My husband ain't my leader.
So
he's not my leader.
Why would he not be your leader, though?
Because I'm not his subordinate. I'm not his employee. I'm not his slave. I am his partner.
Nobody said any of that.
Okay, so he's not my leader.
That's her partner. That's her partner, not a servant. She's not a servant.
My husband would never say the things, and I'm the woman of the house. So what? There's a man and a woman here. If I was GAY, my wife would be the woman of the house, just like me.
No,
so
the masculine would be the.
He's not my leader. He's not my leader.
Bro, look at it like this.
He's not my leader.
Bro, look at it like this.
It's okay, y'all.
The woman on the chessboard is the most valuable player on the board. The player, partner. But at the end of the day, the game is over when the king is down.
Exactly.
So the king runs the board.
Exactly.
But so that's the head of the household, if you want to look at it like that. Now, what I'm gonna tell you is, bro, from what comes out your mouth and me going through your pictures and looking at you, bro, you couldn't even hang with me. You couldn't hang out with me.
So I can't hang with you because your feelings hurt about me. So I can't hang with you. Actually, I don't even want to hang with you. You's a beta.
You wouldn't be able to.
No, bro. Trust me. I promise you this, Brian. If I walked in a room and you walked in a room, I bet you more people would straight fuck with me than you, though, bro. This is a fact. This is a fact. And then Man Murray, you said I'm dusty, bro. You rocking a fucking V-neck, nigga. Who rocks V-neck? This ain't 05.
Hey, hold on.
I'm just saying, bro. You rocking a V-neck.
How did this become a?
They came at me first, and then I came back harder, sir. That's all.
How did this become a measuring contest? Because it's weird.
Because these guys' feelings be hurt when a man come question women, bro. They always get their feelings hurt when somebody challenge women, bro, and when they are a guy. And they some beta stuff, bro.
They're not doing that. They're telling you who are you.
Like, no, bro, they are doing that.
Just unmute yourself and I have more respect for you.
At the end of the day, bro, you measure me, bro. I don't know you.
You on mute.
Okay.
If you go unmute yourself, yeah, you get more respect.
Look how peaceful now.
There's a money pew pew to unmute yourself.
Did that answer your question, ATs?
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah, a leader is a leader.
I ain't even want to mute you, honestly.
Yeah, a leader is a leader.
They're gonna give you some time to figure out how to unmute yourself.
Yeah, a leader is a leader. That's my point, though. Whatever you look for in a leader is what makes them a leader. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I don't feel like you're born a leader. I feel like we all have to learn to be a leader, and learning means that, like, we was a student before, you know, we was the teacher. Every teacher, any teacher, like for example in school, every single teacher guiding those kids in that classroom, those 30 kids, 15 and 30 kids, they were once in their seat. You know what I mean? They was once the student. You can never just jump and be a leader to anybody if you was never once the student, because when it comes to the student, you learn to listen. You learn to engage in a different area. Then when you become a leader, you take those same skills and you're also applying it. You never forget the skills that you gained as a student, because that's how you also learn communication to those that are now your students. You learn to communicate with them for understanding. You learn empathy, sympathy. You learn how to speak. You learn how to move and stuff like that. You learn how to actually align yourself with the people that you're teaching, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, there's not all of you who have that, because also we can look, you know, I know you guys love doing statistics and stuff like that, but even with them, yeah, communication is on an all-time low. A lot of people don't know how to communicate now today. They say that communication just takes you speaking. It's more than just speaking. My 3-year-old son talks. Does he know how to communicate on a certain level? No, he doesn't have those skills yet. Anybody can talk, you know, but it takes a skillful person to actually learn what communication is, and also learn how to communicate to people on different levels, different genders, and also having an understanding. And that's where empathy comes in.
Leadership is like swag, and I ain't talking about clothes.
Is that my nephew?
You either got it or you don't. It's in you. You know what I mean? Like how you said, it's like how you move. You know what I mean? It's your communication. You know what I mean? It's how you get things done. That's a leader. It ain't about bullying nobody. It ain't about, you know what I mean, trying to oversee somebody. You either have it or you don't. You know what I mean? It's in you.
You have it or you don't. I feel like it also has to be taught, though, you know, because you're taught.
Get it from somewhere.
Yeah. No, of course. I'm agreeing with that part. Like, you have to be taught, though. It's not just like you have it or you don't, because you have it. You'll have it if you was taught it. Now, if you don't, that's because you was never taught. You was never taught how to communicate. You was never taught how to assess a problem. And for everybody to actually benefit, you know, that's where selfishness comes in, you know? Like, you have to be taught these things. And a lot of these things that are usually supposed to be taught, they're supposed to be taught in the home, you know? That's the biggest thing. All your lessons are actually... Yeah. My fault to overtalk, but go ahead. I was just agreeing with a certain point.
A great follower is a great leader. You know what I mean? Because whether he was taught it or not, he picks up game. He pays attention. He looks. He see what's going on around him. He observed the room. He could peep the room 5 minutes as soon as he walk in it. You know what I mean? He's observant. And before you listen, you got to be observant. Your ears, you know what I mean? You got to listen, be observant before you speak. You got to peep the room. You know what I mean? And that's in any circumstances. It's in you. You know what I mean? Whether it's business, whether it's outside the house, or even in your household. You can't just tell a person what to do. You guys sit there and listen to them or what they want to do, and give them the direction to sit there and make the best choice. Now, you can give them the game, but that don't mean they're going to follow. You know what I mean? So it's that's why I say it's in you. It starts from when you young, to sit there and deal with the kids at the playground. It starts when you in school. You either a leader or you're a follower. You following these kids in school, they run you off a cliff. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I'm sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I do think that a lot of people have inherent leadership qualities. I've had the benefit of following under the tutelage of a lot of really great leaders, mostly women, but a handful of men as well. And it is something internal, but it does also require just a great care, like for a person to see that you have natural leadership abilities within you, because most people are not leaders. Most men, most women, most people in general are not leaders. So someone has to see it in you and hopefully grow and foster and nurture those leadership abilities within you, right? And then you go into the world, and it's really important to have mentorship to grow those leadership skills. Some people become leaders, but they're evil with it. They're using their leadership abilities to lead us all to hell. And they're harmful and they're dangerous. So it's important to have mentorship and proper guidance. All of that is what helps you become a good leader. And some people just they have natural capacity, but they never grow to actually be leaders because they're not sure how, because it is taught. A lot of the skills are taught. The ability is natural, but the skills are taught. I guess that's where I'm going with that.
No, also, what do you call it? That you can have all those skills too and not actually want to be a leader. Because even though you can have all those skills, would it make you a great leader? Like there's some people that I know, when I mean good at communication, everything all around the board. And for example, like my old job, I used to work for the state. There was this one, there's one guy, and he just knew everything. Like if you needed something and you went to him, he would know where it's at. He would know how to communicate. He would know how to gather people together, all that stuff. He had great leadership skills. You know, he was actually very qualified to the point where you had, for example, supervisor manager saying, why don't you move up in your position? Like, why don't you apply for manager's position for the other house or certain stuff for the state, this and that? You know what he said? He's just like, I don't know, that's too much of responsibility. That's too much of responsibility. Thank you for saying that. But he said that's too much of responsibility. I like my position here. I feel like I can be a leader, but just not in that position with all the weight that comes with it. But I can stick to my position and be a leader, what I'm doing. Like, you know, like the second-hand leader, you'll have the manager, the supervisor, but then you'll have like a team leader. But behind the team leader, there's still somebody guiding the group. You know what I mean? The person that they go to before they speak to a person with a position and a title that's given, you know?
And
so
when something goes wrong,
exactly.
When something goes
isn't
wrong,
a leader
that's
a
who,
title
that's who they
based
gonna
thing,
come
though?
to. They gonna come
No,
smack
it's
at him.
not, actually.
When
How
something
is it
goes
not?
wrong, when something goes wrong, they gonna come at him. He don't want that responsibility. He like, you know what? Let me handle my business. I can help the group out, but I don't want that title. You give me that
Yes.
title. As soon as something go wrong, it's gonna come to me.
And real quick, to answer your question, Grandpa, right? A leadership role is not just a title that's given. Once we finish speaking, I'm gonna go to give you the exact name of it. I kind of lost it, you know. I used to know it by heart, but we haven't like had these conversations enough. But I'll give you the information after. But outside of title position, outside of title positions, right? There are also other leaders too. That's why I gave an example saying you'll have your manager, you have your boss, you'll have your manager, you'll have your supervisor, you'll have your team leader. But after those three titles, there's sometimes always that person in the group where you're like, hey, yo, Bobby, can you help me with so-and-so? Oh, wait, Bobby, where is this so-and-so? Oh, she's over here. We got to be at 3:15 over there, this and that. Actually, if you can look, so-and-so's over here, this and that. That's also a person that actually is also a leader. They just don't have the title with it. And there's a name for that. So now that I'm done talking, I'll put it in the chat for you.
Okay, so you're saying the person is a natural born leader, right?
The fact that they're naturally born. Nobody's naturally born. They was taught that they have the skills. They just don't want the title with it. But they're still a leader. Yes.
But here's another question. When it comes to being a leader, why do everybody never mention the physical aspect of it? Like, why is the physical capabilities and attributes is not
he talking again?
Aligning with being a leader?
What?
I mean,
Okay,
you keep
slow
losing
down
me,
for
boo.
you.
You keep ain't no slow down. You need to speed up.
Pretty.
No,
I got
you're just slow.
Pretty. I got the name. The Grandpa, real quick. The name is called an informal leader. Informal.
The person that everyone goes to, even though they don't have an official title.
Yes.
Right. I've always been that person in the majority of my jobs. Like, people just like as a person who's in charge of hiring, but I'm not people's direct manager, but I have a lot of the answers because I deal with all the managers. People just come to me for answers and expect my help. And because they don't know who else to go to or they don't trust anyone else, I take it, even though I'm like, I don't actually want to be in charge of shit. Like,
Or you just have wisdom.
But they will come. Well, I mean, but wisdom comes with like being there long enough and understanding how things work, right?
Agreed.
But like, yeah, I don't necessarily want that. But I also want to just say to the women, it's not safe. I'll say this to the men too. It's not safe to give any other human being complete power over you because power is corrupted. Somebody in the comments brought up that every president has been a man and every president has been corrupted, is probably and most likely a war criminal, has been dangerous to some demographic at some point. Every single one. Do not give anybody power over your life. It's not safe. And if a person,
being a leader,
let me finish this one. I'm about to finish my sentence. I swear to God. And when it comes to an interpersonal relationship, right? Like now we're going micro. We're moving away from presidents, senators, and congressmen and your manager at work. But an interpersonal relationship with a person that you choose that you have to live in your house with, if you give them complete power over you, it will be corrupted. Partnership is safer.
So isn't being a leader an imagery thing also?
No emotional regulation. This is crazy.
No, it's just you guys monologue for 5 minutes because you think you're a woman.
You talk about
sir, you keep talking and you're not saying nothing.
You guys monologue because you think you're women.
You are uneducated.
You can't even. No, you don't even know big words. You don't need.
Oh, I'm a woman, so I get to talk longer.
Why do everybody
you didn't know what quantified means? We don't.
And you didn't either.
No, I actually did.
You just used the word.
So you told us you didn't know.
Exactly, because I'm a leader. No,
that's sad.
Because you're a leader.
That's sad.
You want to lead them straight.
And you didn't even give me the definition because you was ashamed of not knowing it.
No, sir. I don't feel like educating a grown man. Go ask your wife.
This man is slow. We're going to have to stop talking to him. He's hurting my head.
I'm just a leader.
When you entertain a clown, you become part of the circus, and we're not doing that with you here. So you can mute up and you can tap the screen.
At the end of the day, why do you guys always run away from being, when it comes to a leader, being a physical capable?
Yeah,
it's because you want men and women. I feel like you guys like when men have to lower themselves.
I don't think being
y'all always want men to lower themselves.
Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me get the floor. King, you did not send 2 galaxies to come back, love. Just so we clear.
I think being in a leader position, I understand what you're saying about you shouldn't give anybody all the power, but I think a leader is going to give you the power. I don't think a lot of women understand that a man in a leadership role is actually, you're gaining power over him, because now leadership is a servant role, right? Like if I become a leader, I am more focused on you benefiting because I don't want us to fail. So like, I think that a lot of women are mistaking that part.
Then why is there a high femicide rate? Women having men overpower them has historically only been violent for us. I'm talking historically. I'm talking like
that is not true. No, it's not.
Hey,
what?
You have a
argue with a history book. Don't argue with me. Argue with a history book. Okay.
Men is like number 20.
Argue with the history book.
Hold on, Silver. Hold on. Let me address.
You need to cut your hair. I'm sick of it.
If you was not a man, stop talking. You were wigs.
Hold on, wait, y'all. Real quick. Let me talk to him real quick. Hey, Grandpa, if you like to stay up here, I highly advise you to stop speaking over her. Highly advise it.
Hey, bro, I don't worship chicks, bro. Like you, bro.
You're right. Hold on.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
Your hair is
see, that's the problem. Y'all want us to worship. She's right.
Terrible.
I doubt he's married.
That was ridiculous.
I doubt it.
But I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. Historically,
did y'all see his pictures?
No,
homelessness
I have him
crazy.
blocked. Yeah, I have him blocked. I don't want to ever see that man. But like, so historically, men have been in charge. Well, patriarchy's been around. Patriarchy is men being in a social political position of dominance, right? Has been around for the last 5,000 to 10,000 years, depending on what part of the world you live in. And for the last 4,000 years specifically has been the dominating overarching system worldwide, right? Well, within the last 4,000 years, we've seen extreme violence to women being enslaved everywhere, including in the US, right? Yes, Black men have also been enslaved. Black women still did not get their rights until way after Black men, and are still dealing with like misogyny on top of racism. Like it's men being in charge is violence for women. So I don't think that's true, that if we choose to acquiesce and give a man power over us, that he's going to give it back. That's the reason why men created patriarchy, so they can overpower women, so they can be in charge of our bodies, so that they can have patrilineal things move patrilineal from man to his son and completely cut the women out. Women inherit nothing. We don't even get to keep our last names. We don't even get